Another day, I felt in the natural realm I was late for something. I know I'm a rascal. But I had a discipleship meeting, and some of the guys in my discipleship group pastor, lead over 2,000 churches, you know. So in the natural, that's a very, very, very important group, and it really is. And I love being there. But I don't know, maybe a few years back, the Lord said to me, I want to bless you with the things that you love. And Monday used to be a really hard day for me in the natural, because first we'd have a big slumber party every Sunday night, family night, and about between 80 and 100 of my kids would show up, and spiritual children, and so then we don't really sleep, you know. And then I cook breakfast for my kids, anywhere between 10 to 14 of them at about 5 in the morning. But it's fasting day for the rest of us. And then, so then I get to church at 7, and it's a children's service. We've got 3,500 kids in our primary school. So it's a lot of loud, happy loud. And then there's the abandoned women next, and I share with them. And then it just went on like that the whole day till about 10 at night, every Monday. And the Lord said, I know what'll delight your heart, so I'm asking you to come away, my beloved, and go into the village, because you find life there. So I took out, after the women's meeting, I go out to the village, and I'm supposed to only spend like 3-4 hours there, but I just get happy. And I was walking back, and I was really late for the discipleship meeting. And I was walking back, and I saw this lady, and she's leaning against her hut. And I could feel, you know, when you feel God just touch you, and you know it's so inconvenient. It is so inconvenient. You know, right then he just gets you, you know, and it's like, this is so inconvenient right now. You know, don't you understand? I've got pastors waiting, you know, with lots of churches, and I know you're supposed to disciple your leaders, you know, and these guys, they lead the movement, and I know this, so I knew they'd probably know what to do. Oh, they'd probably be okay if I didn't show up for an hour or two, because they knew what to do, because I'd been a mama for a long, long time. So the wooing of the Lord came to me, and I see this skinny little woman in shredded rags sitting against her hut. This is my neighborhood. And she's sitting against her hut, and her eyes are white eyes. She's just so skinny and so old and so lonely. And I heard the wooing of the Lord, knowing the meeting that I was missing right then. I'd already been up with another lady sitting by a latrine, and brought about 12 villagers to know the King of Glory, sitting next to a latrine. That was why I was already an hour late. So now I'm sitting there with this old lady, and I looked at her eyes, and I said, Nchina natipani. She couldn't see me, so I held her. I said, Nchina natipani. She couldn't answer me. I saw someone down about as far away as you are, and I said to her, what is her name? Nchina natipani. And the old lady said, I have no name. I have no name. I'm blind and I have no name. I couldn't understand, so I asked the lady again, what's her name? Nobody's born without a name. What's her name? She said, she's blind. She doesn't have a name. So the first thing I did was give her a name. And the name I gave her is You Exist. You are, in my Makua dialect, you exist, you are. And I told her how beautiful she was. And I watched this little old lady who now has a name, Utelia. I watched her mouth open up and another grin with most of the teeth missing. I asked her friend to call her by name, and she called her. Wasn't really a friend, it was just somebody close by. Maybe we need some more friends. I said, what's her name? And the lady down there said, Utelia. And I remember her hearing this other lady say her name, and she just burst out laughing. Just gently, no video cameras, no book tables, no badges. Just held her, and her eyes opened up. Boom. Now she could see me, and I'm just so happy. I said, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. I said, Jesus. Jesus is the one who opened your eyes just now. She said, Jesus. I said, Yesu now fentan in you. Jesus loves you. Oh, by then, I was so late. I was so late. Maybe I was on time. Jesus. She met Jesus that day. She made a friend that day. She made another friend that day. She could see, and she had a name. No one's nameless, no one's faceless. Everybody has a name and a face, and you're loved of God.